LeBron James made his debut in the Staples Center. 13 points, 5 for 6 shooting. The Lakers lost the game. They're 0-2 in preseason. But I don't give a damn. Like, nobody cares about preseason. I don't understand what the hype is all about. The Lakers have never been a preseason hype kind of team or whatever the case is. You know what I'm saying? So I'm really looking forward to the season to see how they play. Of course, in the preseason, we've seen that they struggle mightily defensively, but LeBron hasn't played the second half of each game, so we really don't know what their true extent of their power is. It's just the fact that everybody's so excited over a preseason game. It kind of disgusts me. It disgusts me. It's good that basketball's back, of course, but it just disgusts me as a Lakers fan because nobody ever really cared about that. Point blank, period. Like, it is LeBron James, and we know how great of a star he is. He's an amazing, awesome star, great guy, great player. But I feel like the fans are putting too much stock into LeBron James in LA without really seeing the results. Like, get excited after something has happened, after you feel like you're in the playoff hunt and stuff like that. Don't get excited quite yet just because he's simply there, because there's still work to do. If you look at his demeanor and the way that he approaches the game and the way he approaches the team concept, he does know there's still work to do, and he's approaching it as such. But the fans are just looking at it like they're making predictions. Western Conference, Stephen A. Smith, Western Conference Finals. Fans already feel like they're going to make the playoffs. In the Western Conference, where you have a team that has 47 wins, 50 wins, and don't make the playoffs. But in the Eastern Conference, they would be considered a top-ranked team. They would be second in the Eastern Conference. So you gotta pump our brakes. Pump our brakes and really understand what's at stake here, understand what's going on, and that it's preseason. Like, not nothing to get excited over. He didn't play a lot of minutes. He scored efficiently, but as he always does. But we have to see how other pieces are gonna fit. How's Lance gonna fit? How's JaVale McGee gonna fit? Foul trouble is part of the problem. Transition defense is part of that problem. So these are a couple of things that it's preseason. You're not gonna get the whole picture, but it's a slight picture. So the way I see the entire thing, and correct me if I'm wrong, but this gives me the vibe of when Michael Jordan went to the Wizards. Like, not to compare LeBron and Jordan, but this is a good scenario where LeBron is basically leaving Cleveland. He's still he's not in his peak performance. He's still peak performance. That's the only difference between them two, because Mike was retired and came back. But it's like Mike came to save the NBA, save the Wizards. LeBron's essentially, he's like playing a biblical figure trying to save the city of Los Angeles, trying to save Los Angeles. He's taking everything in, the sacrificial lamb, to save basketball in LA. And I don't like that vibe, because it's like it's come to that point where the organization has become so pitiful, where these little things are driving the fans crazy, when it's an organization that has always had a high standard, where like a preseason game wouldn't mean anything. Preseason performance by anybody wouldn't mean anything. I know it's LeBron James' first preseason game as a Laker, but at the same time, you got to tone it down. Like, a lot of these guys just got to tone it down. And you know what? Speaking of tone it down, Max Kellerman, he has to tone it down. He has to tone it down, because this guy went on Get Up, I believe it was this morning, and he said that next year, or in the years to come, Kevin Durant won't even be a top 5 player. And I'm thinking to myself, where is this? This guy just won 2 back-to-back NBA Finals MVPs, won back-to-back championships. He's on the best team in the NBA. And you're saying this because, and these are his words, Joel Embiid, if he moves his feet, if Giannis gets a jumper, if Ben Simmons gets a jumper, LeBron James is miles ahead of Kevin Durant. First of all, LeBron James is not miles ahead of Kevin Durant. Giannis Antetokounmpo with a jumper still can't check Kevin Durant. Don't have nothing on Kevin Durant, because Kevin Durant has everything in his repertoire. Post up. He's a better defender now. He can rebound the ball. He can shoot from 3. He can shoot the mid range. He can handle the ball. He has it all. Joel Embiid's all right. But the fact that he said he will not consider Kevin Durant a top 5 player because players like Anthony Davis and all this other stuff. Are you joking? Like right now, Kevin Durant, if LeBron is 1, Kevin Durant is 1A or the second best player in the league. LeBron is 1A, Kevin Durant is 1B. Like these guys, these analysts, they disrespect these guys way too much, and then it shows that their basketball card should be revoked. But I'm gonna tell you what's gonna happen to Max Kellerman one day.
You know, one of these days you're gonna come corner me and I'm gonna kick your ass. Okay? And one of the days you're gonna corner me and I'm gonna kick you.
You can't disrespect great players like this. Like right now, Kevin Durant retires. He already has a legacy that's better than, hundreds of players that already played in the NBA. So you can't disrespect the guy talking about he's not going to be top 5. Who's going to be ahead of him? James Harden? Who's going to be ahead of him? Seriously. Joel Embiid, Ben Simmons, like these are the people that you're ranking ahead of Kevin Durant, that you're potentially going to rank ahead of Kevin Durant, the guy that's winning rings right now, the guy that has the NBA in a vice grip. To me, it's just like very sacrilegious, very disrespectful, and it's all hate. All this hate is coming because they want him to leave Golden State. And if Kevin Durant is smart, this won't work, because the only reason he's talking like that because he wants to see him leave. He doesn't. It's like when The Rock had everything popping or whatever, and they had Beanie Siegel, Cam, they had the Dipset State Property. People was hating on them so hard, beefing with them and stuff like that, and just throwing any kind of things out there so everything could break up. And that's sort of like what's going on with the Golden State Warriors. For him not to get the respect of a Max Kellerman, the guy that has 2 eyeballs like me and you, that watched the NBA Finals like me and you did, and he's talking about there's going to be 6, 7 other guys that's going to be better than him next year, is beyond disrespectful. It's beyond disrespectful. It's beyond disrespectful. Like things like that can't stand. Like he has to have his peers come in and check him. Like, you can't talk about the guy like that. The guy is dominant, point blank, period. But this is just a ploy by the media, which is basically, this is what it's saying. It's saying that, hey, if you leave the Golden State Warriors, we'll consider you better than when you're on the Golden State Warriors. But he's on the best player on the Golden State Warriors. That doesn't make any sense. Why don't you go be the best player on another team? They will consider you the best. When he was the best player on the OKC Thunder, you guys didn't consider him the best, did you? So it's just a ploy by the media to reverse psychology the guy into leaving the team that he's really doing well on. Why would he leave? Why would he leave that? They're making a big deal about his free agency. He just went through free agency. It might be another 1-on-1 deal or whatever the case is. Like, you guys got to calm all that stuff down. But the bottom line is, all this is a hate ploy by the media. You don't consider him, even the ESPN top rank, they had him at 4th, tied for 4th. You got to be kidding me. The guy just won back-to-back championships. Like, honestly, and this is why, this is the best part. In history, the victors always rewrite history. You know what I'm saying? So, like, the reason why we have all this Michael Jordan glory and glorification, because the victors, Michael Jordan and the Bulls, they wrote that history. So, I guess in one sense, you lose all the culture of the people that lost. But in another sense, you get the view of the victors. So right now, we're getting all the views of all the people that lost the war with the Golden State Warriors. KD needs to go another team. He needs to do this. So right now, we're getting all that hate, that backlash. One of these days, when history gets written, pardon me, it's going to be written by Kevin Durant himself. And he's going to talk about how he doozed on this guy. He shitted on your favorite player, a.k.a. LeBron James. How he almost swept through the finals. How he won back-to-back MVPs. Triple-double. Game 4 wasn't even trying. How he tried to hand the MVP to his teammate, and that didn't work because he was too good. One of these days, that's what the history is going to be. Not that he's going to have 5 or 6 people better than him next year. Like, come on, man. Cut that crap out. Because one of these days...
I ain't bullshitting with you. Now, I'll take that fucking camera and wrap it around your goddamn head. Now, one of these days, you're going to grab me the wrong fucking minute. No, I give you my fucking answer, okay?
Okay. We got to meet.
No, I ain't bullshitting with you.
We got to meet.
Now, you scared him, but I'll kick your goddamn ass, boy. I ain't bullshitting with you.
We got to meet.
Son of a bitch. Now, you hang around with me if you want. Now, you think I'm bullshitting with you.
Hoops Junction, where hoops meets hoopla. Like, comment, and subscribe.